Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Sumaya AI student at Rehan AI Teaching Institute Batch 21. Today I'm diving into an important topic that affects so many of us, overcoming self-doubt and building genuine confidence. We all experience moments where we question ourselves or feel unsure. But the good news is that confidence can be developed with the right mindset and strategies. I'm going to explore this topic with ChatGPT and get some practical advice that we can use in everyday life. So self-doubt can be hold us back from reaching our full potential. It might stop us from speaking up, trying new things, or pursuing our dreams. Building confidence isn't about becoming perfect or fearless. It's about trusting yourself, embracing challenges, and growing through experience. Let's ask ChatGPT some questions to better understand how we can overcome self-doubt and cultivate lasting confidence. So let's connect with ChatGPT. Hey
Hey there, I'm
ChatGPT.
here and ready to help. What's on your mind today?
So ChatGPT, I have questions about how to overcome self-doubt and build confidence.
Absolutely. That's such a valuable topic to explore. I can walk you through some strategies or we can break it down with specific questions. What kind of guidance were you thinking?
I have,
Practical steps?
yes, I have few questions. So first set of question is about understanding self-doubt. What are the main causes of self-doubt in people?
That's a really great place to start. So, some common causes of self doubt can be things like past experiences, especially failures, negative self talk,
Mhm,
comparisons with others, or even perfectionism.
mhm.
What would you like to dive into next? How to recognize it or how to challenge those causes?
Next question is how does self-doubt affect your decision making in daily life?
Yeah, that's a big one. Self doubt can really paralyze us. It might make us overthink even simple choices, avoid taking risks, or even delay important steps in our personal or professional lives. Have you noticed it influencing any decisions you've made recently?
Yes.
I
Uh,
see. Yeah, that can be really tough to navigate. If you want, we can explore some ways to break that cycle, like starting with small, low stakes decisions or using positive self talk. What feels most relevant for you right now?
uh, I think we have to leave it and move to another question, and that is: are there common signs that someone is struggling with self-doubt?
Absolutely. That's a great shift. So, some common signs might be things like constant self criticism, avoiding challenges, or second guessing yourself even after success. You might also see a pattern of seeking constant reassurance. Does any of that sound familiar to you?
Yes, and thank you. Another set of question is about mindset and self-awareness. So, how can self-awareness help in overcoming self-doubt?
That's a fantastic question. Self awareness is like a spotlight, it lets you recognize when those negative thoughts are creeping in. Once you're aware, you can question them, shift your perspective, and choose more empowering narratives. So, it's really a foundation for building confidence. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, and this is great explanation. So, ChatGPT, what role does mindset play in building confidence?
I'm really glad that clicked. So, mindset is everything. It's like the lens through which we see ourselves and our potential. A growth mindset, where you see challenges as opportunities, really fuels confidence. It means you trust that with effort, you can grow and succeed. Does that approach feel doable for you?
Yes. Can journaling or reflection exercises help reduce self-doubt?
Absolutely. Journaling or reflective practices can be really powerful. They help you externalize those thoughts, see patterns, and challenge negative beliefs. When you write things down, you give yourself space to notice what's really driving that doubt, and then you can take small steps to reframe it. Have you ever tried journaling for self reflection before?
Yes, I tried it, and I'll make sure to try it more. Uh, ChatGPT, what about practical strategies for confidence? Means, what are some daily habits that boost confidence?
Ooh, great question. So, daily habits can make a big difference. Things like setting small, achievable goals, celebrating those wins, practicing positive affirmations, even just posture, like standing tall or smiling, can all reinforce confidence. What kind of small practice would feel doable for you to try first?
Again,
Of course. Take your time thinking about it. If you'd like, I can offer some examples or we can talk through a small habit you could experiment with this week. Just let me know if it feels right.
okay, how can setting small goals help overcome self doubt?
Yeah, that's a big one. When you set small, realistic goals, you give yourself a chance to succeed, often right away. And every success, even tiny ones, builds proof that you can do things, which naturally chips away at self doubt. So it's all about creating those small, positive wins that build momentum.
Right? Are there mental exercises to challenge negative self talk?
Absolutely. One common practice is cognitive restructuring, where you notice a negative thought and then consciously reframe it with a balanced perspective. You can also use mindfulness, just observing your thoughts without judgment, or even visualization, picturing yourself succeeding in the future. That can really help shift your internal dialogue.
Right, such an insightful explanation. So, social and environmental factors. How does the influence of friends, family, or social media impact confidence?
Yeah, that's really crucial. The people we surround ourselves with have a huge
Mm-hmm.
impact. Supportive friends and family can boost us, while toxic comparisons, especially on social media, can really erode confidence. So, being mindful of those influences and prioritizing positive connections can make a big difference.
Right. Can surrounding ourselves with positive people help?
Exactly. When we're around people who encourage us, believe in us, and celebrate our progress, it creates this ripple effect. We start internalizing that positivity, which helps us take bigger leaps and trust ourselves more. So, those connections really are a game changer.
Right. So, ChatGPT, how should someone deal with critics, or
Yeah, that's a big one.
without means without losing confidence?
Exactly. Yeah. So when dealing with criticism, it really helps to keep a balanced perspective. Take a moment to separate the feedback from your worth as a person. Try to see if the critique has something useful, learn from it, but don't let it define you. And having a support system to remind you of your value is key too.
Right. Good support system is really necessary, and I think that is really helpful.
Absolutely. Yeah. Having those people who remind you of your strengths, who cheer you on, or even just listen can really keep you anchored when doubt tries to creep in. So, definitely something to nurture and lean on.
Great. So, ChatGPT, how does learning new skills contribute to confidence?
Ooh, that's a big confidence booster. When you learn new skills, you prove to yourself that you can grow and adapt. Each small skill you master is like a brick in your confidence foundation. You realize, hey, I did that. And that belief carries over into other areas of life.
Hmm. Can stepping out of someone's comfort zone? No, no.
Yeah,
Can
of
stepping
course. And
out of one's comfort zone reduce self-doubt over time?
definitely, when you step outside your comfort zone, even in small ways, you prove to yourself that you're capable. Each time you face that uncertainty and come through, it chips away at that inner doubt. Over time, those small risks add up to a bigger sense of confidence.
Right. How important is resilience in building self-confidence?
Yeah, it's super important. And it doesn't have to be huge leaps, just consistently trying new things, even if they're a bit challenging,
Mhm.
builds that trust in yourself. So, yeah, it's a long term game, but it really works.
Right, ChatGPT. Second last set of question is about long-term confidence building. What practices can help maintain confidence in long run?
That's a great focus. So, practices like lifelong learning, staying curious, regularly reflecting on your progress, and maintaining a growth mindset really help. And just being kind to yourself, acknowledging wins, and being patient keeps that confidence steady over time.
Right. Can mindfulness or meditation play a role in reducing self-doubt?
Absolutely. Mindfulness and meditation are really powerful because they help you stay present so you're not spiraling in those future worries. They also create a sense of self compassion so you can observe doubts without getting stuck in
Mm,
them, which really helps you respond with more confidence.
okay. How can one recover confidence after failure or rejection?
Yeah, that's really important. After a failure or rejection, it's all about reframing it as a learning opportunity. Give yourself grace, acknowledge your courage in trying, and use what you learn to adjust your approach. Over time, that resilience really rebuilds confidence.
Right, ChatGPT. Last set of questions is about motivation and encouragement. Are there motivational techniques to boost confidence before important events?
Absolutely. One effective technique is visualization. Imagine yourself succeeding and handling the event with confidence. You can also use affirmations, repeating positive statements about your abilities, and sometimes a quick physical prep like deep breathing or a power pose can fire you up and keep you calm.
Last question. What advice will you give someone?
Yeah, I'd say be patient and kind to yourself. Confidence is built step by step, not overnight. Keep taking small actions, celebrate your wins, and remember that every bit of progress counts. You've got this.
Right, ChatGPT. So overcoming self-doubt and building confidence is a journey, not an overnight thing. With the right mindset, supportive environment, and consistent practice, anyone can
Exactly.
strengthen their self-belief and approach life with courage. Thank you so much, ChatGPT, for sharing such valuable insights today.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad we could talk about this. Just keep going one step at a time, and I'm cheering you on.
Right. So, everyone, remember confidence grows step by step, and every small victory matters. This is Sumaya AI Wali signing off.